Hello, Strawsome here. I just saw the new Candyman film, and there will be spoilers for Candyman 2021 in this video. So if you have not seen the new Candyman film yet, I definitely recommend you do not watch this video. But the movie was really good, and I definitely recommend you check it out because it was such a great movie. And yeah, I definitely recommend it. It was really good. But spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, Candyman. Here's my ticket right here. But Candyman is... This Candyman 2021 just came out, and I loved this movie. I thought it was so good. I loved this movie. It was amazing. And I was so sad that there was barely anyone in the theater. There was like barely anybody. I was like, no, please let this movie do well. Please. Because it's such a fantastic film. So I really hope it does good so they can make more Candyman movie because I loved this movie. And it made me sad that there wasn't a lot of people in the theater because I was like, oh no. Please, I want more people to be here because I want the movie to do well because it's really good and I want to see more Candyman. But, okay. So, the movie, you got Anthony, I believe his name is, and he's the main character. And in the beginning of the film, his friend tells him about Candyman. He tells him the legend. And he's like, yo, Candyman. He tells him about him. And then him and his... I don't know if it's his girlfriend or if it's his wife. I think it's his girlfriend. Or are they married? No, I think it's just his girlfriend. So, Anthony and his girlfriend, they go home. And then he's like... he talks about Candyman. And he's a painter. And he paints pictures and stuff, and they talk about it. And so he starts to learn about Candyman, and he says his name 5 times in the mirror. And, in the beginning of the movie, we see William, and he meets a Candyman. In this film, we learn there's more than one Candyman, which I thought was actually, I thought was an interesting idea. I thought that was a cool idea. I was like, oh, yeah, that's a nice idea. Because they kind of, at the end of the first movie, they kind of hint at that anyway, because after Helen dies in the first movie, she becomes evil. She kills that one dude in the bathroom at the end. So they kind of hint at that at the end of the first movie anyway, which I thought was kind of cool. I was down with that. I was like, oh, okay, I like this. This is cool. This is an interesting idea. Yeah. So and then he learns about the Helen story, which whenever he tells the Helen story, it makes it out like Helen was killing people, not Candyman, because no one believes Candyman is real yet. Oh, and in the beginning, I forgot. In the beginning of the movie, we see a Candyman. It's not Tony Todd. It's just a Candyman. Which I thought that was cool. He's like kind of the Candyman of this movie until like the end. But yeah, he was cool. He was cool. But so where was I at? He learns about Helen. And when they started telling the story about Helen, I looked at my dad. I was like, oh, yo, that's the first movie. I thought that was cool. I like that they told the story. And plus, they tell the stories in, like, puppetry and stuff. I thought that was really cool. I liked that. I thought that was a cool way to, like, show the story with the puppets. I thought that was kind of cool. I liked that. Like, shadow puppets. That was, like, really cool. I liked it. But, or no, there's puppets, not shadow puppets. But, yeah, it was really cool. I liked that. So, yeah, we learned about that. And then, and then later in the movie, I mean, they say this came in. But, yeah, so... Other people learn about Candyman. And then there's a scene with these teenagers at, like, a school. They say his name 5 times in the mirror, and they just get murdered. Like, this one lady, I don't know what Candyman did to her, but her, all of her blood came out and went all over the floor. I was like, damn. Like, they don't show what he did. But, like, I was like, what did he do to her? Did he, like, slice her open? And then, like, make the cut huge? Because that's a lot of blood. Like, what did he do? He, like, did something insane to her. Because, like, this is, like, a whole waterfall of blood. I was like, what the fuck did this man do? What did Candyman, like, huh? What the fuck? But, yeah. So that happens. And then, oh, man, I love this movie so much. Monica Rambeau from WandaVision is in this film, too. She was really good. And Anthony, the guy who plays Anthony, was really good too. He was in Aquaman. He's such a good actor. He was really good too. But this Anthony is taking pictures, and a bee stings him, and throughout the movie, his hand just decays more and more, and I'm like, bruh, is he good? His hand's gonna fall off. I'll say what I thought. I thought about that later, but also at the end of the video, I'm gonna say Candyman in the mirror 5 times. I'm gonna do it at the end of the video if I remember. Hopefully, I do. I probably will because I'm talking about Candyman. But so yeah, he sees William. He meets William as an adult. He tells him about the Candyman situation. He's like, yeah, Candyman. Tells him the story of the Tony Todd Candyman. Now I will say, I was hoping to see Tony Todd in the movie a lot. I was like, Tony Todd's got to be in this movie, please. There's no way they're gonna make a Candyman movie without Tony Todd, right? Tony Todd's in this movie. Come on, right? And he is. But like, I'll talk about that later. I was just hoping that he would pop up like as the Candyman, like at least a few times. But you know, maybe the sequel if they do it. Please give a sequel to this movie. I need it. But yeah, so yeah, William tells him about Candyman stuff. He's like, oh, he tells him there's more than one Candyman, which we learn. He tells there's been like what, 5 so far. I think he says there's like 5. There's been like 5 Candymans. But also, the guy who is like the boss of Anthony, I guess his name's like Clive or something. He's like a painter guy, and he's like, yo, they do a show, and Anthony tells a critic, he's like, yeah, this piece, you open this mirror, and it's like Candyman. So, yeah. But then later that day, we see Clive and his girlfriend, and she's like, yo, I'm gonna say Candyman. He's like, don't do that. And she's like, nah, I'm gonna do it. And so they're gonna bang, and then Clive he says, I did not like Clive. I didn't like him at all. He was such a weird character. When he died, I was like, good job, Candyman. Because Clive, I think is his name, he says necrophilia has been on his bucket list. And I'm like, huh? What is wrong with you? Who the fuck is this guy? So when Candyman killed him, I was like, thank God. This guy out of here. But the scene where Candyman kills him is really cool because he slits the girl's throat, and Clive's reaction is this real? Is it like your girlfriend just gets killed right in front of you, and your first thought is this real? Huh. Like, I know he couldn't see Candyman, because Candyman, you can see, they show, I like this detail. You can only see Candyman in the reflection in some scenes, and I thought that was really cool. I really liked that. That was such a cool detail. But my man's girlfriend just gets killed right from him. He's like, is this real? Is this real? Like, what the fuck? What kind of reaction is that, my guy? But then he tries to get away, and then Candyman hooks his foot, which I thought was cool. That was some nice gore detail there. Yanks him back, and then kills him. And they don't show him get killed, but then you see, oh, what's her name? Anthony's girlfriend. I can't remember her name in the movie. I can't remember. But she finds their dead bodies, and you see that Clive was like split, like here. He gets sliced like here, and you see like some gore and stuff. It's pretty cool. And then yeah, Anthony's hand is decaying more and more. And what I thought was gonna happen, I thought that his hand was gonna peel away, and there was gonna be a hook there, because after learning there's more than one Candyman, and then him being stung by the bee, and him seeing Candyman in his own reflection, he sees Candyman. Like, one of the Candymans. And I was like, oh, is he becoming Candyman? And then his hand, like, I thought his hand was going to, like, fall off and the hook was going to be there. That's not, I mean, something similar kind of happens, but I thought that his hand was just going to fall off like Terminator when he yanks it off in the Terminator. I thought it was going to, like, fall off, or he was going to, like, peel it, and then the hook would be there. I was like, I thought that's what that was good. Because then there's like a razor that gets stuck in his hand later, and I was like, oh, is that the hook? And I thought it was gonna fall off his hook. That's what I thought was gonna happen, but it didn't. But yeah, so he just slowly becomes Candyman throughout the film, and man, he's such a good actor. The acting in this movie is phenomenal. It's really good. But the end of the movie, you've got Anthony's girlfriend, who I wish I could remember her character's name, but I can't. But yeah, so he's like, yo, we need Candyman. We need Candyman. and then he says some other stuff, and he saws Anthony's hand off, and he jams the hook in it. He gives him the hook. He says something like the detail should be consistent or something like that. And then so he's like Candyman now, and then the girlfriend gets out of there. William finds her, and then she's like goes to town on him with what, like a knife or like a piece of glass or something. And I literally in my head thought, okay, because she stabs him a fuck ton of times, and in my head I thought, I think he's dead. And then I was gonna lean over to my, no, I was gonna lean over to my dad and say it, but my thought was, oh, I think he's dead. And then I started to lean over to my dad, and then you just hear, I think he's dead. I was like, yo, because Anthony says, I think he's dead, and I was like, wow, I thought the same thing, my guy. And then Anthony, he seems all good. He's like not Candyman yet. He's like, hey, I'm cool. And then, how does he get hurt? How does he like... Oh, no, I think he just falls because his hand. He's like, ugh. And then the cops get there, and she's like, yo, help us in here. And then the cops just shoot Anthony for no reason. I was like, are you serious? What the... Why? Why? Why did they do that? What the fuck? Why did they shoot him? That was so dumb. I was like, wow. Wow. And then this cop talks to his girlfriend, and she's like, yeah, he tried to attack that cop, so that's why he shot him. And I'm like, no, he didn't. No, he did not. Anthony was just laying there, probably bleeding out, and then you shot him for no reason. He didn't come at you. You just shot him. Fucking lying motherfucker. And then his girlfriend is like, yo, can I see myself? And he's like, no. And she's like, I'll tell you everything. I'll say anything you want if you show me myself in the mirror. And he's like, all right. Shows her. And then she says Candyman 5 times. And then you just see Anthony, now Candyman. He's Candyman now. He comes out. He just murders a bunch of these cops, which, I mean, they kind of deserved it, to be honest with you. They deserved it. So he kills them. And then the other cop, and he, like, I guess he teleports. Or no, because Candyman floats a lot in this movie. So, like, he floats, and then that cop, like, goes down, like, an alley, and then the girl, she's handcuffed, the girlfriend, she opens the door, walks out, she sees, and there's, like, bees flying around his face. And my first thought was, oh, are the bees gonna fly away, and it's gonna be Tony Todd? Which did happen. I was like, are the bees gonna fly away, and it's Tony Todd? Oh, my God. And so she walks over, he kills that other cop. And then he floats over to her. Bees fly away. It's Tony Todd, and I was like freaking out. I was trying not to be too loud, but I was really excited. I was like, yo, that's Tony. Tony's in this movie. And I think he goes, tell everyone. He either says tell everyone or tell everybody. Tell everybody. And then, and then I think that's how it ends. Just bam. And I was like, Tony. So I loved the movie. I wish there was a little more Tony Todd. I was hoping for a little bit more Tony Todd. Maybe the sequel, if they do one, please. Again, what studio made this movie? Universal. Universal, please do a sequel. Please. I need more Candyman in my life. Because I loved this movie, and I love the first one. I love these movies. They're so good. They're so good. And so... Oh, and at the beginning of the movie, when the logos pop up, like Universal, MGM, they were reversed, like a mirror, because Candyman mirrors. But whenever the movie started, I was like, wait. Like, whenever the Universal logo popped up and it was in reverse, I was like, wait, huh? And then it clicked with me. I was like, oh, mirror. That's clever. I like it. Oh, and Clive says, must go faster before he dies, which I leaned over to my dad. I was like, you get it, Dad? Jurassic Park, yeah. I thought that was funny. I liked that line. That was cool. So yeah, I like that. That was cool. But so yeah, Candyman, awesome movie. I absolutely loved it. Really hope we get to see more in the sequel. We can get some more Tony Todd maybe, and then more Anthony as Candyman because he's Candyman now. And I just really liked this movie. I thought it was awesome. Probably in my top 3 favorite movies of the year so far, which top 3 is The Suicide Squad, A Quiet Place Part 2, and Candyman. the new one. So, yeah, I think number one is, I don't know. These top three, they're all pretty tied. I don't know. Candyman might be my favorite movie of the year so far, or Quiet Place Part 2. Maybe the Suicide Squad. I don't know. But I'll think about it. But yeah, this movie was amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. I want to watch it again. Like, I saw it today, and I would love to watch it again. Like, I really want to. But yeah, this movie was awesome. Absolutely loved it. Before I end the video, let's go say Candyman in the mirror 5 times. I'm in my bathroom. There's me. We're gonna say Candyman. 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 Alright. We did it. He did not appear. I wonder if he did, which one would it be? Would it be Tony Todd? Or would it be like the one at the end? But yeah, that was my review of Candyman. Ugh!